Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching our content. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you never miss another video. Well, today is an exciting day. It is travel day, which usually our travel days are Saturdays and or Sundays, and they're always under, I think the longest we've ever driven is 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, it's been 5 or 6 hours.
So this is we are making the longest trip that we have made yet. We are driving from Cody, Wyoming, all the way up to Columbia Falls, Montana, to basically go from Yellowstone to Glacier National Park, which is awesome. But that being said, it's going to be an 8-hour drive. We got in the car, I'd say like half an hour ago, right? Mm-hmm. And so estimated time of arrival right now is 7:45 p.m. Mountain Time, and it is currently 11:45 a.m. Mountain Time. Now we know how this goes. This does not mean we're actually going to get there at 7:45 because we do have needs we have to see to, and we need to take breaks, and then we've got these two back here who also need breaks. Loki is a great travel companion, doesn't make any noise besides the deep breathing right now. The issue is really this girlie over here,
the squirrely girl,
we've given her how many did we give her today?
3 or 4 sleepy treat or anxiety treats.
So we have these calming treats that we started giving her on the last couple trips because, as you can kind of hear her, she squeaks. We don't know what it's from. Like, you know, if we open the windows and let her stick her head out, she still squeaks. At first when we were traveling, I feel like it was only when we were going under 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, she would sense that we were going slow, and I think thought we were stopping,
like arriving,
going somewhere.
Yeah, but now it doesn't really matter because we're going 60 right now, and she, you know, a little bit of squeaking, there it is, right on time. So anyway, we figured we would take you along for this trip. It's going to be about, well, we already hit the 500 mile mark, but it is over 500 miles, and we've never done this before. Somebody on YouTube actually commented and said, hey, they were like, oh, your 3-3-3 rule really only applies if you're retired, you know, like,
a little bit older and
everything. Yeah, I guess. So we had this rule that we had learned that was like no more than 3 hours or 300 miles. No more than 300 miles of driving in a day, ideally less than 3 hours, and don't stay anywhere less than 3 days. This way you actually have a chance to recoup. That's what we did so far. We've been doing 2 3-hour stints. 1 or 2 of them were 4 or 5 hours, but we've only been staying in each place for like a week or 2. And so I'm struggling working 9 to 5 Monday through Friday in the sense that I don't get to enjoy, sometimes I don't get to enjoy the area we are staying at that much, because think about it, Monday through Friday, then we have one day where we're doing content and we're also trying to explore, and the other day on the weekend is reserved for travel. So we have changed it up a bit since we started this journey. We are finding that especially full-time, there's no need to rush, and we can also take these longer trips to go to exactly where we want to be and not stay a week in the middle of nowhere, like where do we stay? Lubbock or
San Angelo? Yeah,
San Angelo. The places where we stayed, where it was kind of like, we're just here for a week because we wanted to split up the travel. But as a result, I don't feel like we wasted a week, but I'm glad we did it. But now that we know and we've done it a couple months,
rather longer drives than stay longer. Yeah,
I would suggest longer drives to get exactly where you want to go. You know, there's only so much summertime before it's going to start to get colder up here in the Northwest. By the way, comment down below, does Montana count as the Pacific Northwest? Mike thinks it's only the states attached to the ocean. Maybe Idaho. I thought it was like the entire
Northwest.
Yeah, the Northwest region, like
Could
Pacific
be.
Northwest. I would consider that Montana and swing it all the way around to like Oregon.
Definitely Oregon.
Even the top of California, maybe. Not
Yeah.
really. California wouldn't be considered Pacific Northwest, I don't think. Any opinion on that?
I think Northern California is Pacific Northwest. Oregon, Washington. I'm gonna throw Idaho in there because, you know, it's so close. Montana, I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. I do want to go to see the redwoods in Northern California. We did just get a 1,000 Trails pass, but there are no 1,000 Trails in that area. So already I've learned with the 1,000 Trails pass, and I'll do videos on this later, but like they do have campgrounds a lot of campgrounds to choose from, and we have the membership where you can book it in advance 6 months in advance. But there are certain states that like it's barren of Thousand Trails for some reason, so that is something we have to work around. But anyway, we're gonna take this trip and we'll come back and let you know. This is my guy from Thousand Trails right now, so we'll be back. Okay, well that was David from Thousand Trails. He is our sales rep that helped me out with signing us up for the adventure membership a couple weeks back. He's awesome. We just wanted to know how we could pass discounts on to our viewers if anybody was interested in getting a campground membership with them. And he explained that there's going to be a Google form that basically people that go through us can fill out. We can put it in our description, and then they will get the greatest discount that they offer at the time, and we get a little bit of a kickback for like referrals basically. And the referral, it doesn't directly pay for our membership, but there are people who use it to pay down their membership. The membership that we got is adventure membership. We did the 2-year contract. We put $900 down at first, and it is like $254 a month. And what that includes is 21 days in and out of all of the Thousand Trails in the nation. So if they have availability, we can book up to 180 days in advance, which means right now we can book all the way out till Christmas, and 21 nights, whatever's available. I did, like, just so everybody knows, I had started booking all of these campgrounds with them, going down the coast for like Thanksgiving, Christmas. Some of them did not have a 50 amp spot for us. Some of them were only 30. There were ones with full hookups. There was also ones where it was only water and electric. And so Mike and I had to have the conversation of like sewage and if we can't dump, it's really frustrating to like unpack all of your stuff, settle into the campsite, and then halfway through have to dump. So as long as they have facilities, which they all do, then we just use the campground facilities instead of our own tanks, which is what I know Mike prefers, right?
It's been a long time though, but yeah, I do prefer that
Yeah.
the small little bathroom that we have.
Yeah, right now we are leaving a brand new park called Old Faithful RV Park in Cody, Wyoming. By the way, it is not near Old Faithful. It is
It's a nice 2-hour drive away.
yeah, it's about an hour and a half from the park, because you have to drive into Yellowstone. Yellowstone's like a whole big loop. And what was I gonna say?
Don't mistake it for that, but it's a brand new park.
Oh yeah, so don't mistake it for being right next to Old Faithful. We knew it was a drive out. We knew it was a drive to get there, but this couple from Australia had booked it with a rental. They asked us for some help setting up, like hooking up their camper, because they had rented this camper to drive through, and they didn't realize, like she thought she scored because she booked it all the way from Australia, like, oh yeah, Old Faithful, it's right next door. And then she was disappointed because it was not. So just a heads up, always, like, I map out every campground we stay at. I map out like how far it is to go to wherever we actually want to. This spot, Columbia Falls, is actually going to be fantastic because it's like 26 miles outside of Glacier, and we ended up working something out where instead of staying for just 2 weeks, which for 1 week we had paid I think it was almost $1,100 for 1 week, because it's super close to Glacier and it's right in the middle of town and everything. But now we were able to snag a resident or long-term spot, which is 31 days, I guess 30 days. We're booked from July 13th to August 13th. Not sure if we're staying that long, but we have that amount of time, and it was $1,500 for the entire month, everything included. That's the other benefit of full-time. If there is no, like this place, there was no Thousand Trails near Glacier. Sometimes the longer term stays, you can actually save a bunch more money than pulling in and pulling out very quickly. Did I miss anything?
No, it's kind of incredible how you can go to somewhere like Glacier for a month for that price. Meanwhile, we've stopped for a night or two where it's been a few $100s at a place we're not going to explore that's not even that great. And then you have Glacier for cheaper, like less than half the price of our mortgage to do for a month.
We're going to keep driving. We've gone about 40 miles since we last checked in, so we have 7 hours and 27 minutes left.
yay.
Mike's thrilled.
At least it's a pretty drive.
It is.
It's a
Look,
pretty drive.
you got like rocks, canyons. See, there's trees here. There's beautiful views on that side, which I think this is the other side of Yellowstone.
Yeah.
We're driving around it right now.
Because the park's up over that way.
Yeah.
And being we just watched the show 1883, it's very reminiscent.
Okay, wait. I have to tell them the story.
Which one?
The story time of how we ended up watching 1883 is I was listening to Disney music while we were driving into Yellowstone. And I was crying, by the way, just from all my childhood. I have a lot of emotions, guys. So I was getting all emotional about these different songs. Mike had no idea what they were. Like, comment down below, do you know what movie...
You have a Disney husband?
No, the second star to the right, the song. Mike was like, Pinocchio. I was like, nope, Peter Pan. And then I think you got Heffalumps and Woozles, which is no, Winnie the Pooh.
Guesses if
Winnie
I
the
got
Pooh. No, he got Pink Elephants, which is Dumbo. But anyway, we started talking, and he's been talking about 1883 for like weeks leading up to this. Just like, we gotta watch it. So I thought it was a movie, guys. So I said, all right, deal. I'll watch 1883, and then you have to watch one of these Disney movies. Because he said he's never even seen The Little Mermaid. I was like, what? So where's your childhood? So he was like, bet, of course. We can watch 1883 and then watch your movie. Because 1883 is, what, 10 episodes? An hour
9
long
hours.
each? Like, so suddenly I threw myself into this big whole thing that I was not expecting to commit to. So anyway, we watched Soul last night. We finished 1883, and then we watched Soul last night.
Soul was a good movie.
Yeah.
I liked it. Seems a little bit deeper. I mean, kids' movies, I guess, are getting deeper on like an emotional, intellectual level.
That's true.
Like Toy Story was about friendship. Soul's like,
Existential
crisis.
Yeah, I know. They're getting really... I don't know if Disney's trying to tell us something. Anyway, yeah, that's the update, and we're going to keep driving. We'll check in later. I think we solved why Freya whines. It's because she wants to be out the window. So we open the window, and now... Look at her. Look at her. She's happy as a clam.
How long will it last?
Not a care in the world.
She wants to smell the cows. Meanwhile, Loki's one, probably...
I don't know if they can hear you because of the wind.
Oh. She just wants to smell the cows, and Loki does not care. He's also not tall enough to see, I guess, right? Like
Let's show you Loki. Loki.
Loki.
He's a good boy.
The dog with 30 nicknames.
He has a lot of nicknames. All right, checking in. So we realized we drove into Montana like a while back, and there was no sign. Like, I think when we were on camera earlier, it happened. But for some reason, there was no like "Welcome to Montana, Goodbye Wyoming" sign. I don't know if it was where we were on the map. I thought every road had that, but we are 6 hours and 49 minutes away. We're turning left on US Highway 212 or 212, depending on how you say it. And one of the things I came on here just to say was, you know, people choose between a motorhome and a travel trailer, and a lot of times, at least when they're working with me as a salesperson, they're like, you know, what's the pros and cons with each? And I'm like, one of them is that with your motorhome, people say, well, while you're driving, you can do things, right? Like while Mike's driving, first of all, the dogs would be somewhere else in the motorhome, not right behind us. Second, if I needed to use the restroom, I could literally just get up, walk to the back, use the restroom, and we could keep going. There's no like stopping. Also, fridge, right? Easy access to, you know, oh, that's a beautiful view of the mountains, like very far away.
Yeah. You're not gonna be able to see it on the camera, probably.
Yeah, the camera's too far to see it, but like right in the distance, there's snow-capped mountains, which is awesome. But anyway, so yeah, so benefits of motorhome would be like it's all in one, and you can get up and move, and you can do whatever you want. I mean, I could take a nap while Mike's driving if I wanted to, if we had a motorhome. With the travel trailer, though, I will say it's very easy to use the restroom along the way. Like, I have to pee right now, and we don't need to stop for gas or any other reason. So along the road, when there's a little pull-off, like rest area, whatever, literally just takes 5 seconds to park, unlock it, go to the bathroom. We put a little bit of water in the freshwater tank before we leave every campground so that I have enough water to liquefy the tanks. By the way, thank you for sponsoring this video. Liquefied, the #1 toilet treatment in the RV industry. See our link down below for discount on products. You can use our discount code RVs with Gabby for additional discount off of product. Yeah, it's really easy. In fact, we're probably going to stop at some point because I do have to go to the restroom every 2 to 3 hours. I just drank an iced coffee. You like my Fourth Wing cup? It's my favorite.
We are not sponsored by Rebecca Yarros.
We're not sponsored by Rebecca Yarros. Though this is like the second video that we're saying we wish we were. So that's it. That's all I've got. Just something to think about. We're gonna keep going after we stop too, so that I can use the potty. It really has not been that long since we last came on the camera. It's still 5.5 hours to our destination, but saw this pull out and I figured let's just pause and let the dogs out to go to the bathroom. There's a couple of campers here pulled over. It's across the railroad tracks. So let them out and stretch their legs a little bit. Absolutely beautiful view here. There's a car down that way by itself. There's this Winnebago here with a car. But we should be pretty good to just let them wander a little bit and stretch. That was the road we were just on. Oh, there's people boating down there. You see them? There's a dog in the water. You can't see it from here because you get the trees there.
Swimming? Stay back. I don't want to fall into the river.
We're going to take 5 minutes and then continue on. Oh, that's really close to my face. I am very surprised.
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all. I'm very surprised at how high the speed limit is here. It says 80 miles an hour speed limit, and then trucks have to go 70. Now the RV Life Pro app that we use for the GPS with the RV safe coordinates gives us a speed limit of 70. So I wonder if just because we're towing something, it's assuming we're gonna follow the truck one maybe?
Yeah, I sit behind. I sit at like 65 anyway. I don't want to put these little tires through too much.
We are get some good views here. Oh, another Jayco. But we can't record all too much of like B-roll with like what we're listening to in the background because we don't want to be copyrighted for music or for our graphic audio novel that we're listening to. So still have a little over 5 hours, so we will check in later.
Do we have a ride nearby?
Gravity shifts as I realize my worst nightmare is indeed a living, breathing monster.
Well, we just passed Bozeman, and I wasn't even paying attention. I was looking at the Thousand Trails app and messing with reservations, and Mike was like, is this Bozeman? We're in Belgrade now, so we passed Bozeman. We're still on 90, or 191, headed north towards Three Forks.
Because the book was too good.
Yeah, the book was too good. We're listening to Iron Flame. I don't want to give away spoilers, but it's a big part of the book.
Things happen.
I love when we get to the hyped, like where I know something's about to drop and Mike guesses it every time and I just have to be quiet until the scene plays out and then he's like, called it. I'm like,
Hey, you do the same thing with movies.
do
I think you called out who betrays the Corleones in the first Godfather right away.
Oh. Yeah. We have 21 miles left on this till we're going to 287. We have 4 hours and 53 minutes left. 286 miles left.
We're almost halfway.
We're almost halfway. How do you feel? Do you feel like are you burning out? Or are you?
I feel like at some point I want a hot meal. That's all.
So you're telling me you're trying to get dinner before we even arrive?
I didn't think about that. We have doggos though.
I mean, if we don't stop, we could do quick something like pass through or like order it, like a Cracker Barrel. We can always order it and eat it outside. But I mean, I'm still full from the bologna sandwich.
It's gonna be snack wraps, guys. It's gonna be snack wraps.
Snack wraps are back at McDonald's, and I'm so excited about it. Even though I haven't had one yet, Mike's had a couple.
We'll do a little review if we go there.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Yeah, we are trying to expand this channel, so announcement, we are going to come out with some cooking videos soon, cooking out of the RV, and maybe we'll do some food review because Mike loves food review. There's probably a name change coming to the channel, guys. I'm going to be honest. I am trying to break away from the RV walkarounds, which is like, oh my gosh, Gabby, like RVs with Gabby, that was your whole thing. It was for a season when I was in sales for a couple of years, and it has grown into this beautiful channel, but I've been praying about it, and I think it's time for a new chapter to begin. And yeah, maybe some of you will come along, but if we lose people, we lose people. You know, it's kind of it's the way it's meant to be. But anyway, we're gonna keep driving, and we'll check in. I feel like I'm gonna go crazy in the next hour. Like, we're gonna hit halfway, and that's when we're usually done with the trip.
Yeah.
So having quite another bit of
We have to get gas soon too. So.
time to go. Really?
I'd rather get it before we're too far into the sticks again.
No, you're true. Oh, we just passed 75,000 miles on the truck. There you go.
Woo!
We're gonna tell you after this trip, at the end of the trip, we'll tally up how much it costed in gas completely, and I'll put it here. We're probably gonna have to stop for gas 3-4 times maybe.
Yeah, it's costing about 80 to fill up since we've been in Montana.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back. All right, so we just called the RV park to confirm that we could come in late, because the guy had told me last week like it was fine. They closed the office at 6, but he said like, we'll leave your packet and information with the map and stuff like at the front door. You could just grab it. And I was just confirming the site number on CampSpot. Well, first I Googled the name of the campground, and the first phone number was not the right campground. So I called them, and she was like, this is a different campground. I was like, oops. Then I called the right one, and I was like, hey, we're gonna be late. Just wanted to confirm we can still pick up the packet. And he was like, nope, 6 o'clock, the office closed, the gate closes, can't get in. And I was like, because he was the one that told me, and he was like, just kidding. I was like, you're so funny, you just gave me anxiety. But it's all good. So yeah, we're probably gonna have to stop for food. We probably are not gonna make sunset, like we're gonna be pulling in the dark. But there is a way to look up the map. Like, I looked up the campground map. Park details. It's on CampSpot. And I don't know, I'll find it on Google, but we're in like it's funny because usually we're at a pull through and it's a backup. It's a back end. So we'll get through it. Right, Mike?
Yes, ma'am.
So we totally missed it, but when you look back there, you can barely see it now. There's like a bunch of what looks like horses on the plain. I think you can barely see it. But they're not real. They're silhouettes.
I thought that was a Wyoming thing.
You really, like, up here we have driven through so many mountains where there's like a silhouette of a cowboy, a silhouette of a horse, a silhouette of a bison or a buffalo, like standing on top of a cliff, and you're like, most of them I was like, that's a silhouette. Maybe it's a scarecrow. But this one was just like 30 horses just randomly parked there on the side of the hill. Now I guess they might be related to this
Just chillin'.
this farm over here.
Maybe. All those trees just planted there.
But yeah, that's funny. Everything is so open, and then they've got a line of trees leading to their
This looks like Nebraska.
property.
I've never been to Nebraska. This looks like Nebraska, I think.
Oh, 4.5 hours to go, children.
We're getting more sane as the trip goes on.
I'm losing it.
You ever see the movie Event Horizon?
No.
Comment down below if you've ever seen the movie Event Horizon.
Just checking in here with an update. Waggle is an app that we have recommended to people that tracks the temperature inside your unit or your RV so that your dogs or your pets, whoever you leave behind, you can make sure that they're comfortable. And it runs off like a cellular network, so you don't need to have Wi-Fi for it to run. So it will tell us hourly what the temperature is in the camper, because obviously there's no air conditioning running while we're going down the road. So it says, reminder, warm alert, your pet's space is heating up. Keep them cool and comfy. Monitor for Loki. Value 97 degrees Fahrenheit.
Loki.
On July 13th at 5:11 p.m. So Lokiki is fine. Hey, there he is, right there. They're hanging on the back, and it's cold. It's cool in the truck. We're good. But we are. Mike just noticed that there was a sign for like a national park, national forest, and so I checked on the maps, and on the right here is the Helena Clark. Hold on, let me go back, zoom in.
Lewis and Clark?
Oh, yeah, I think it said that. Hold like way... There I am on the map. And I have like no service. Come on, baby, you got this. What's it say? Helena, Lewis, and Clark National Forest. Yeah. So we are just outside of Helena, Montana. This is like Mike's dream. Like these houses where there's a ton of space on the mountain between you and your neighbor. This is where Mike
With that paradise-looking sky.
wants to live.
An open sky.
And instead our house is in Castleberry, Florida. As Mike so aptly likes to bring up when we're in the middle of a hike, this view is way better than Cimarron Boulevard. If you're from Orlando or you visited Orlando.
What was the Orange Blossom Trail?
No, Cimarron Boulevard is the one that
That's what goes to the airport,
is on.
yeah.
It's just straight and flat, and it's just shopping center after
Just
shopping center.
Pain.
Yeah, it's just a lot of pain. So this, yes, I would agree that this is a much better view.
But there's no Publix, no pub subs.
Yeah, no pubs.
Are those cows just, look at those cows. I want cows around my house.
You know, I feel like they did a study.
They're the methane problem.
Oh, I wasn't going to go on that train with the methane. No, they did a study that most people cannot drive by a cow without saying
Cow.
cow. Comment down below if every time you pass a cow, you go cow. Just like we're from New York and we grew up with deer. Like, I mean, deer have hit my parents' car before. And note, I said the deer hit my parents' car, not them
They
hitting
were parked
the deer.
and hanging out. Jump by a
Like, we
deer.
saw deer all the time in New York. And now, I guess after being in Florida and not really seeing deer much, we see a deer or anything, we're like, deer, oh my gosh, really? Cow, another cow. There's lots of cows out here. Well, we are here in Helena. And apparently it's the capital of Montana. So we made it here, this far. And we've got 3.5 hours left, 200 miles to go. And our arrival now sits at 9 p.m. What did you originally say, 9:30 we'd get there?
9:27.
9:27.
It's gonna be past that, I think, now.
Yeah, I'm thinking since we're gonna be getting in late and it's gonna be dark anyway, we might as well stop for food at some point. So if we do that, then it's gonna be at least, even if we just pull over, order food and eat it before we keep going, it'll still be like another 20 minutes, so maybe a little bit past that. Yeah, that's it. We are coming up on the last half hour of the first part of Iron Flame.
It's getting spicy.
It's getting spicy. All right, so we are in that forest now. We just kept driving up. We're on US 12 West, and we're driving through that national forest. Absolutely beautiful. We're going up to a summit, and ironically the summit is called MacDonald Summit.
Represent.
Like MAC though, not McDonald.
Yeah,
I know.
if I want.
I know.
Wonder if we'll be able to get a nice view, because it's hard to, you can't really see with the camera over here.
Hold on, because there we go. I was just trying to get something. Yeah, the windshield is filthy, even though we just washed it.
These darn bugs. Once a bug, just a bug.
Little bug.
Little bug.
Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing here. I'm trying to... These DJIs, guys, they're great for, like, recording just, you know,
Chilling.
talking, but anything, like, trying to capture things. Like, look at all this. Hold on. Who's out here? Who's out here? 3 hours to go, Captain. Guys, we missed the mountain water. We were taking B-roll of the forest, and it said water, and Mike as a joke was like, water, but it was actually like a mountain stream that was like
With a fountain built in.
with like a fountain built into the fresh water. I guess if we see another one, we'll stop. Checking in. We're on our second bologna sandwiches, to Mike's chagrin.
My third.
It's your third today because you ate bologna this morning too.
A full bologna.
We are 2 hours 43 minutes, 150 miles, 59 miles to go. We'll reuse that. There wasn't really anything restaurant-wise along the way. Lots of cows. There wasn't really anything restaurant along the way until we get very close to like Kalispell, almost to Columbia Falls. And at that point, it's like, yeah, we could drop the trailer and go grab some fast food, and we don't have to have the dogs like with us. I also suggested we pull over somewhere and use our 12-volt system to cook mac and cheese, basically in the middle of the mountains. I think that would be great. Mike's not down with it. I think driving.
We might still do it.
Driving this long is difficult. So I give it to you that you are still driving. It's 8 hours plus stopping is a lot. So
Yeah, 907. Yeah.
maybe we need to pull over and I'll make mac and cheese, and then we'll get back on the road and I'll drive.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll be back. It's been like 5 minutes since our last check-in, but we found a beautiful spot here to just pull over for a second. What did you say when we were driving here?
What?
When we were coming up on this spot, what did you say to me?
Montana's really competing with Wyoming right now. Because this is gorgeous. The whole drive is gorgeous. What do you think, Claire? What's your review of Montana?
I just feel like what happens is you see all these videos and photos and it doesn't do you justice till you're actually here.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Off a road, obviously, but like...
There's nobody around.
no
Like,
town
there's
or
no
anything.
town nearby.
Don't go that way, because I won't be able to catch up to you if you go swimming.
Honestly, if we could run more systems off of our RV, I mean, we could just have, we
It's the
could have
busiest
just,
camp.
yeah, you just stop here for the night. We can add our Montana sticker to the
Oh, you're right.
trailer now, babe.
You're right.
This is our,
We're never going to get to the camp.
we'll get to the campsite. Then we're parked there for a month. I mean, we have no rush. This is our trip so far. We've only stickered where we have stayed. That's why Mississippi's not colored in and Georgia's not colored in. But now we can fill in Montana there. Hello, everybody. Checking in. We have at least 2 more hours to go. I had service and now seems like I lost it, which is not great. We have stopped again for gas. So that is one thing about RV travel. Expect to spend a lot of money in gas. I always was frustrated when customers would be like, what's the miles per gallon? Because I'm like, honey, if you're asking that question, you ain't gonna be too happy with an RV. It's definitely not for people looking to save money on gas. Let me just say that. We have a Ram 1500 filling up a full tank somewhere in the range of $60, I think it usually is. Normally it'll get us 450 miles, like on average, not towing anything. But when we tow anything, it like cuts that in half. We're talking like 7 miles to the gallon, something like that. So Mike's filling up again because it goes much quicker. Like we're stopping every 2 to 3 hours to fill up. So of course this 500-mile trip, I figured it'd be a couple times. I think I said it earlier, we'll figure out how much it costed us total and we'll let you know. If we didn't already, Mike, put it down here when you're editing this video later. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, see, 14 gallons, $55. It's $3.70 here. Earlier today, it was $3.20. So this is definitely because we're in kind of the middle of nowhere. This is the only gas station for quite a bit. So yeah, we're gonna keep going if I can get the GPS working. I know we're just going, like, continuing down this road for a bit, but it would help if it would actually work for us. Yeah, for some reason I have one bar. Here, I'll show you what this looks like. Oh, it's actually working now. There we go, 1 hour and 58 minutes is what we got. We are at 9:29 arrival, babe. Just behind your guess of 9:27.
Nice. If I go fast enough.
Stop.
Pedal to the metal now.
This is what the photographers call golden hour.
I'm looking for Edwards Meadow.
Wrong state.
This is pretty much the same thing.
Ha 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 ha. I'll seek you out where you want life. This is the skin of a killer, Bella. Oh, it didn't work. Hold on. This is the skin of a killer, Bella. Checking in. As you can see, the sun is coming down in front of us. We are driving a little bit slower than, quite a bit slower than the speed limit. It's funny because people keep passing us, assuming that we are the slow ones with the RV, but there's actually a truck up front that's moving pretty slow. It is, what's the speed limit here? 65?
65. We've been
we're
going
on
max 45 ever.
Yeah, right now we were just going 35.
Yeah.
So something's going on up there. But beautiful views. A nice, we're just in the middle of these mountains.
The forest?
The forest. But there is still like a, you know, terrain. It's not like Florida where everything's just flat. So it's beautiful. We switched from we've been listening to audiobooks the past couple weeks and switching between the audiobooks for Fourth Wing and Iron Flame to like just listening to music. And actually, I downloaded this old podcast I used to listen to called Hello from the Magic Tavern. So we kind of restarted that, and if my sister's watching this, she's going to be so happy to hear that because I honestly fell behind on it. It's been around for like 10 years and I stopped listening several years ago, and now they're like, I think I stopped listening during COVID because it's a fantasy podcast, and in 2020 when COVID hit, they had what was called the shattering, and they were all split up because of, like, we were all split up in real life. And after that, it just got complicated, and I kind of fell behind and stopped listening. So that is what we are doing to pass the time. It is 8:11 right now. Our estimated arrival time as the moment says 9:33. We've got 82 miles to go. Pretty much just a straight shot up Highway 35. And then take a right on Highway 206, and I think that's the last leg of it to get there. How's it feel to be driving all day?
I cannot wait to set up and lay in bed and read Harry Potter.
And not move for a bit.
Maybe have mac and cheese. We haven't decided yet.
Yeah. I was just telling Mike how wild it is that it's 8:45 and the sun is like still out. You wouldn't know it was 8:45. Feels more like 7 o'clock. And we have 51 minutes left, 48 miles to go. Arrival time says 9:36. You're only off by like 10 minutes, baby.
Yeah, that was a crazy, crazy guess. Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be stopping again. There's no reason to with the 50 more minutes left. So we do have our headlamps
No, our extra stop is actually what gave us those extra 10 minutes.
Our
Our
extra.
little river thing to play with the dogs.
Oh, it did give us an extra. Oh,
Yeah.
you mean like?
I blame the dogs.
Oh, like we would have been on time if we hadn't stopped for the dogs.
Yep.
AKA, he really wanted to see the water, so it wasn't him at all. Anyway, oh, skunk. Ooh, that smells. That's a real skunk. That's not, something else.
Oh yeah, that's no suburban
We have
stuff.
these headlamps that will be perfect for when we get there to get everything set up. And I checked the map, so we kind of know how to get into the spot. And yeah, should be good. Montana's pretty.
Yeah, that's magnificent.
My hair is wild right
The
now.
little cows in the field just really add to that aesthetic too.
28 minutes and
Almost
26 miles. Mike's a trooper.
It's been fun.
It says 9:37 now. I actually think with the sun where it's at, we're probably gonna have sunlight to get set
Be able
up.
to back up
At least, yeah.
That'll be nice.
That'll be great. Then you can start looking for a park ranger job so we can stay here.
Woo!
Checking in here, we've got 10 minutes to go. We're 8.8 miles away. Sun is setting officially. And I think it's crazy because I'm pretty sure the weather app said 9:33 was sunset. And how crazy that you were like 6 minutes off with your prediction of when we would arrive as to actually when the sun was setting.
I have a particular set of skills, and that one is useless, but it's kind of cool.
Random. Very random. Cool thing is you've got mountains here on the right. Hold on, don't look at me, look at the mountains. On the right. And then they break away into what you think is another mountain, but that's actually just clouds. See if I can zoom in. I think I always do this wrong. Try
Get
this.
to tap it on that right side.
There we go. I got it. There, see? There, you see? I'm an ugly, grouchy, horrible old man. Comment if you get that reference. 'Cause Mike definitely does not.
Nope.
Snick, snack, snarl. It is 9:45, and amazing enough, we still have light out. Mike did a phenomenal job. We had to come around this corner here and then back into this spot. And this is the first site we finally have some trees around us. I really love this big tree here on the left. He's just checking if we're straight enough. We have a bunch of room here. We have this picnic table. Who knows if we'll use that often. We are a little bit tilted, but on the other side, they got a big old rig right next to us. We have plenty of space here. No, I was just letting them know. We pulled in at 9:45 is the official timing, and it's 9:51, so that was pretty good for backing it in.